So Daniel, it's me again, and this time it's a little closer and everything, so you can maybe get a little, let me scoot over here. There we are. A little angle on the guitar. Anyway, last time on my video we were talking about cage system. What that means, it's no big deal. It's C chord, A chord, G chord, E chord, D chord. For a minute there I forgot how to spell caged. Okay, so it's C, A, G, E, D. Cool. So the first thing you learn is to take this chord here, C. You said you couldn't see the, there you go. C, 5th string, 4th string, 2nd string. Okay, you take that, and then you play that shape using the pinky, the 3rd, and the 2nd finger. Same thing. Slide it up 1 fret, and then cover the open strings. Remember, there were open strings in the original C chord. So now you have pinky, 3rd, and 2nd finger, and now you're covering 3 strings here because the open strings were 1st and 3rd. You've turned this now into a movable chord, a movable C shape, as we call it, C shape. So now you have C sharp chord here. Then you have D chord. Then you have D sharp chord, E chord, F, and so on, and so on, and so on. So from one shape you have 12 chords. Very cool. Okay. Moving on to the 2nd chord. The 2nd chord is A. Simple A. You're using an open string, pressing the 4, 3, and 2 at the 2nd fret, right there. 2nd fret. See the fingers? See the fingers, boy? Okay. So what you're going to do now is take these fingers, poke your eyes. No, you're going to take these fingers and slide them up 1 fret. Now you're on the 3rd fret. Take your index finger and place it on the 5th string, 1st fret. Now you have an A sharp chord. You keep moving it up, then you have a B chord. Then a C chord. And keep going. C sharp, D. So from another shape you have 12 chords now. Very cool. Now, this is kind of tough to play this way. For me it is. So what I do is I bar those 3 notes with 1 finger, which is the 3rd finger, and then I place my what number is that? 1st finger on the 5th string, and I play that. Okay, this is easier to manipulate, to move around, than it is the other shape. The other shape's too bulky. Okay, I can't move it around that much. This is easier. If you want to play tequila, you can use tequila. You're like too young. You can play this shape, and it sounds like this. Tequila. See, if I did it this way, there's too many fingers and I can't move them around as fast. Look. And it sounds kind of sloppy. Okay, next shape is the G chord. Basic G chord. Okay, this is going to be a little weird to explain. So listen carefully. G. Okay. What I'm going to do now, listen carefully, is play that shape with the other 3 fingers. Okay. You still have 3 open strings here. The 3 open strings are 2, 3, and 4. See? Which means you're not pressing them. That's what I mean by open. You probably know that already. Anyway, slide that up 1 fret from the original G shape. Slide it up 1 fret. And now you have to cover those 3 open strings with this 1st finger. Ow! See? That's too hard. That's way too hard. So what I'm going to do is make it easier for you. We're going to forget we even have a 1st string on the guitar. Just forget about the 1st string altogether. Form this shape that you're holding here with these fingers. With the pinky, 3rd, and the 1st. And remember, you forgot about the 1st string, so don't even play the 1st string, the E. Now you have a G sharp chord. See that shape? So flip it over here this way a little bit. There we go. Put that finger down. See? So I have a G sharp. Now I'll slide it up. A, then an A sharp, naming everything from the pinky finger. B, C, C sharp. So from another shape you have 12 chords. 11, 12. What's the difference? Okay, and now what's next? E shape. Very important shape. Okay, so you're playing it this way, the E chord, which is whatever. I'm trying to think of a song to play for that. Anyway, this is E, so you form that shape of an E chord with the pinky, third, and second finger. All right, the open strings involved here are the 6th, the 1st, and the 2nd. Okay. So take this shape, slide it up 1 fret. Now you have to bring up the 1st, the 6th, and the 2nd string, these strings. Unless you have extra fingers, I don't. You have to bar the entire thing here. So you can close the 6th, the 1st, and the 2nd. Now it becomes F chord, the dreaded F chord. This is once you get past this chord, everything's downhill, so that's good. Try to form it here. That's F. Bring it up, it's F sharp. Bring it up, it's G. So now from another shape that you started with, you have 12 chords now. You know, okay, what's the last chord? D. This is the weirdest one. This is the D shape, as in David. You strum it from the 4th string up to the 1st string. When I say up, I mean that it's going to a higher pitch. So you're going up in pitch. That's why I'm saying go up. All right. Reform that chord with the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th finger so you can free up this index finger. So play the chord, slide it up 1 fret, and then bring up the open string, which is the 4th string, to the 1st fret. Now you have a D sharp chord. You know, you won't always be using this chord a lot. You really won't. But it's good to know where it came from, so you know you have a reference, okay? All right. Same shape, don't distort it, keep it the same, and just slide it up. And just slide it up again. You're getting the F chord now. Slide it up again, F sharp, G, G sharp. So look at all these chords you have. You have 5 chords, 5 times what? 12 is 72 chords, basically, to move around. See? So we'll talk later about scales and how to put. Let's do one more, okay? Just to give you an idea. I don't want to mess you up. I want you to sleep at night. So here's C. That's a C chord using the C shape, right? C. Now, watch this. This is the C note right here. C. C, si, señor. C. But that's a C. Now I'm playing the C chord using the A shape. Remember this guy? The A shape. Boom. Okay. Here's a C right here on the 6th string. 6th string, 7th fret. 6th string, 8th fret. I'm sorry. Okay, that's a C. So now I'm playing the C chord using the G shape. C note right here. I'm using this finger now. I'm playing the C chord using the E shape. Okay, and finally, the C note is right here on the 4th string, 10th fret, right here. Okay, so now I'm playing the C chord using the what shape? What shape, Daniel? What shape? D. C, A, G, E, D shape. Remember, they're not D chords or G chords or A chords. They're shapes. C shape, A shape.